and just really quickly like when to use them, how to use them, just so you we're all on the same page. So any kind of oil too, doesn't matter what kind of oil it is. Usually diesel is my most popular, um, but we also run into a lot of hydraulic oil, crude oil. Works every oil, every surface. So make a little spill in the water, make a little spill in someone's driveway. And this is really important. This is pooling oil. This is oil above the ground. So the only reason I'm saying that is that's the only time you're going to use the oil solutions powder. If I left this here and I didn't do anything, let's say, and it's put it in a real context. So if I had a truck or something or a piece of machinery and it leaked and I didn't have the powder, and I didn't get around to it till much later that day, or maybe even the next day, then I'm probably not going to use the powder anymore. I'm probably going to go over to the oil solutions liquid. The powder is for oil above the ground. The liquid is for oils that have soaked into the ground or just kind of on the ground. And then one really important takeaway is when you're using the oil solutions powder, most people when they put it on, they just kind of do that, and that's not enough. You got to put it, really important, you got to put it on until you have white virgin powder on top. And the reason for that is not just so I could sell you more. The reason for that is that ensures that the product went all the way through the oil, got it all, and now it's not doing anything, and it's telling you, okay, I got it all, and this powder here, we don't even need to use this anymore. There's no rush to clean this up. Two important takeaways too: on a hard surface, you only have to leave it for like 5 or 10 minutes, and you just sweep it up or scrape it up. On water, you want to leave it for at least 1 hour, at least an hour. It just takes a little longer to work on water. So if you're dealing with a water situation, leave it for at least an hour. Honestly, if you can leave it for a couple hours, it'll work even better. So water, you want to leave it a little longer. Two really cool features: one is you can't waste it, and two is it works right away. It starts to do its thing pretty much instantly. So all this white powder that's on top here, I could sweep that off, and you get all that back. So even though you were kind of overusing it when you were applying it, you're not overusing it because you get it all back. It only uses exactly what it needs, and it stops working. As far as the cleanup goes, after you do this, again, on land, I usually wait 5 or 10 minutes. If you leave it on land and let's say you forgot about it, you left it overnight, it's not the end of the world, but it's not going to be as easy as I'm about to clean it up right now. It's going to stick to the ground a little more, and you're going to be scraping it a little more, working a little more. So with the powder, I usually put it on again 5 minutes and then sweep it right up, or I use a scraper, scrape it up. It's going to look different depending on what type of oils you clean. So for thinner oils like gasoline and diesel, it's going to be like one big pancake. It's going to be real easy to clean up. If it's heavier oils like cutting oils, hydraulic oils, uh, lubricants, just heavier oil, it's going to be the same cleanup, but it's going to be more like pieces. It's going to be all like chunks all over. Same cleanup, it just doesn't all stick together. All right, we'll discard that. Again, you get all your powder back. Now, this is kind of what I was describing before, which is, let's say you're dealing with a spill, and it starts out pooling, right? They all spills start out pooling oil. But let's say you didn't clean it up right away. You got there hours later, day later, week later, month later. I get them all. I hear everything. For that, again, forget the powder. We're not using that anymore. That's going to be completely useless in that situation. We're going to jump over to the liquid. The liquid's the same technology. We just made it in the liquid form, because when we did this, we realized we did the powder first, and we realized that's really only like half the spill, because obviously oil soaks into any surface you're working on. If you're on asphalt, blacktop, soil, uh, gravel, things like that, it's going to soak right in. So this is going to be kind of ineffective in a lot of those cases. The liquid is going to chase it down to wherever it went. You could put this in sprayers. You could pour it on. If you use sprayers, just be really careful that you don't just do a topical coat. A lot of times people call me afterwards using a sprayer, and they'll say, it worked okay. I still smell a little bit, and the stain's still there a little bit. And the reason is because they didn't use enough. So they used the liquid they used in the sprayer. They just did kind of a spray. A mist came out. They did a topical coat. it worked, but it didn't get it all because they didn't use enough. So sometimes I like pouring it on because you're overusing it a bit, which is good because you're going to get it all. So you could do the step one, you could do then the step two, you could do the two, then the one. I like to do them together because you have to you have to use equal portions, but you don't have to get crazy. You don't have to like measure it out or anything. You just want to be close. And the way I like to do it is I like to do it at the same time so I could see it going on. The odor is already disappearing. I don't even smell the diesel fuel anymore. And if you pour it on, it's really important to have a broom nearby, a deck broom or brush, some kind of just vinyl broom. And the only reason is just because it didn't all contact each other. So with the brooming it in, just mixes them and puts them right into the area that you want it to go to. Everybody always kind of overthinks that one. They're like, "What kind of broom should I get? Should I get this kind of broom, that kind of broom?" One guy's like, I had a wire steel bristle broom, Kevin. I was raking it and raking, and he ended up cleaning oil on brick. And I go, "What kind of brush did you use?" And it was this really hard steel brush. And he ended up scratching the bricks to hell, and the whole job went to hell because he ruined the bricks. So I just a nice any kind of vinyl brush. I usually do circular motions. That seems to be the best way. And then here's really important. Make sure you remember this. You do not clean the liquid up. You just leave it and let it do its thing. If I clean it up right now, I'm going to remove the product and I'm going to leave a little bit of the oil there because it didn't fully do its thing. So if I leave this here will take about an hour or two to dry, maybe even less, and it's going to turn into like a powdery sand, and it's going to slowly just lift any of that residue that's in the table. It's going to lift it out, and the final product's going to be a dry, non-toxic sand. And then you come back later or the next day and you sweep that up and you're done. I'll be honest with you, though, most people don't even sweep it up because it's almost non-detectable. The product does leave a little bit of a white haze afterwards. Eric, have you seen that, the white haze yet? Okay. All right. So that's probably my only negative to the product is, and I don't think you guys are going to deal with this, but if somebody is cleaning up like a beautiful driveway that just got put in and your landscaper spilled hydraulic oil on it or something, and you use this, it's really important to explain it to a property owner what you're about to do. And when I explain it to people, nobody has a problem with it. Nobody. Everybody's like, okay, yeah, this is great because it's not that expensive. It works. It's all environmentally friendly. It won't hurt you. Your kids, your dog can run through. It's not going to bother anybody. There's no negatives to it as far as like the just any toxicity. But the one negative, like, and mostly you see it on like a black driveway or like red paver stones. I'm doing right now with a guy where he's doing gray granite, and it worked. It got it out, but it leaves a little bit of a white chalkiness. Now the great news is, no, you can't power wash it. You can't do anything to get rid of the white haze. You have to just wait for it to go away. It could go away in a couple of days. It could take a couple of weeks. It could take months. It depends on how much you put on, how much oil was there, and how much traffic is in that area. If it's in the street or property where there's trucks and high volume and just a walkway where there's people every day, the white will disappear pretty quick. If it's on a black driveway that's raised and doesn't see a lot of activity, on something like that, the product could be around for a couple of months. But the great part is every week you'll see it getting lighter and lighter and lighter. So I'll tell you that you'll see the first couple of days you probably maybe won't believe me, and then after about a week you're gonna be like, hey, yeah, this is a lot lighter. I see it's starting to go away, and then you'll be very happy because you save the driveway or whatever property you're working on. You got rid of the oil, you got rid of the problem, and now you just have to wait for that white chalkiness to go away. Like I said, if you're on somebody else's property and it happens, and you tell them, nobody ever has a problem with it. Very, very rarely. But if you don't tell somebody and you're on somebody else's property, they will hold it against you about the white haze. And then the last thing here is the thing. I know I said leave it if you're dealing with water, leave it for about an hour. I'm going to make this work a little faster. Plus, on thinner fuels like diesel fuel, which is pretty thin, the product does work a lot faster. But you grab all your good powder and you can put that in the pile and save it. Get all your powder back, and there's all your oil. Nice dry piece of rubber. There's no oil getting on my hand. You wring that out. A little bit of water comes off it just because it's wet from the water, and it'll basically float indefinitely, or obviously you're going to remove it and you grab it and toss it. So that's it in a nutshell. Tell me about the spill you guys were cleaning up today. So, okay, so that I'm glad you said that. So I can help you out there. It's a big little training difference there. So for oil rainbow sheen, and that's what you said. It was kind of a light rainbow sheen going across the asphalt. Okay, so make it a lot easier for you. You don't need the step two on those. For rainbow sheen, trace amounts of sheen, you only need the step one. You put the step one in a sprayer, spray it. It'll do the same thing. It'll encapsulate it for indefinitely, and it'll literally clean it in seconds, like a few seconds. It'll all be gone. We actually sell to the Home Depot distribution centers, and that's what they use it for because they have like God knows how many trucks a day, and they have somebody who comes out with the step one, like maybe twice a day, three times a day, and just sprays kind of the whole yard down just to get rid of that rainbow sheet. Because there's not really like a big concentration of oil there. It's more just like just a trace amounts of whatever oil you're working with. So that I'm glad you mentioned that. So you would have saved the step two if you did that, but now you know. Now you know. So rainbow sheen, step one only, spray it, and problem solved in a few seconds. Do you have any other spills that you guys worked on recently, or and since you've had it? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So we probably up in the top five of my biggest sellers are people who just call us weekly or monthly, whatever, and just order the step one. And I always confirm it with them too. I'm like, listen, this you're just having like light trace amounts of sheen. We have marinas, gas stations, manufacturing centers, and they can. I always confirm that because if it is a little heavier, then you're going to want to use the step one, step two, or maybe even the powder if it's even heavier than that. Like kind of what I did in the water here when I, really made it thick on there. So that's really important. So I'm glad just on that. I'm glad because I could that'll save you time and money just using the step one. So that's actually great. Um, yeah, yeah, that's huge. Especially you said that's pretty much what you deal with on a regular basis. So that's even more important. Now that I told you that, you'll probably just start ordering a lot more just step one. I mean, I would recommend that to you too. Just you probably don't need as much step two if that's what you're dealing with all the time. But again, one of the big problems too is so I have a lot of customers who have just the step one, and then they'll call me and they might say, "Hey, it's not really working," and I know what it is already. It's thicker. It's not really rainbow sheen. It's a heavier concentration of different oils. Um, so for that, they'll say, "Oh, I need the step two," and now they might be in California, they might be in Florida. I'm in New York, so now there's a big inter. Now you can't use it because now you got to use something else because you don't have the product. So I think you guys order it pretty good, but having it. It's we put a 10-year shelf life on it per the EPA guidelines, but I have the original bottles that are about 20 years old and they still work. You wouldn't if I sold you that, you wouldn't know I gave you 20-year-old product. It still works. It works, and I can't tell the difference. And I use it every. I use both. I use the new stuff every day. So the shelf life is really long. The reason I'm telling you that is, um, don't let that happen to you. Keep a decent supply of it so you don't call me and I have to overnight it to you, or you just can't use it. You know what I mean? So it is a valuable tool to have around, even if you're not using it on every day, just to have it. Awesome, awesome. And then is to be ask you a question. I do have about four of your company's branches. Is there any way? I'm a small company, so this is a big ask here. Is there any way to maybe get a little more visibility with more? I mean, obviously, you're a giant company. Is there any way to get a little more visibility if you guys do like corporate safety meetings or anything nationally or I don't know. Are there any more opportunities that I could get involved with? Thank you. Thank you. Oh, wow, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. If you want, if you want, count on me. Thank you so much for doing that too. Like I said, I'm a small company, so that means the world to me. If there's an opportunity like that, please, if it's appropriate, I will definitely do it for you because I think I could take it. Like I could give you everything, like because there might be questions that you haven't run into yet, so I'll be able to answer anybody's spill questions. So if there is an opportunity and then I can be involved, and maybe throw me on a video call, count me in, even if it's last minute. I would love the opportunity to do that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's really awesome, really awesome for you. Anything else you want to cover today, or is that does that pretty much do it? Okay, Brandon. Any other questions? I can't hear him. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, okay. So he's good. So he's good. He said he's okay. Okay, okay. All right. Like I said, I'm always here for any kind of training, anything you want to do, even if it's you're on a job site or you're in an area using it and you just want some confidence. Please, get you have my cell phone. Call me. I'll stay with you through the whole spill on anything you're working on, and I'll stay right to the end with you to make sure that you nail it 100%. Good. Cool. Okay. 100%. Yeah, so I travel all through Canada, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, and I've a pickup truck. So sometimes, I got all the stuff in the back, and it happens a lot where it'll freeze up in those areas where it's like zero. The good thing is whenever I'm staying in a hotel like that, I'll always bring it in the room with me so I can do my demo the next day. But no, it will not hurt the product. The only thing that stinks is you can't use it if it's frozen. So if you do foresee, like, some really cold weather, here's the deal too. It freezes under 16 degrees. So if it's going to be 16 or under for a period of time, but if it's 16, it's not just going to freeze. But if it's 16 or going to be that way for a couple of days, if you want to make sure you have it, it's good. Here's the cool thing too: if it's zero out, you could use both of these products as long as they're liquid, and the powder there's no negatives. Um, but I'm in New York, so from it gets pretty cold. It's been pretty cold here, and as long as I show up and I have liquid product, the product works right away. So even if it's frozen, the ground's frozen, everything's freezing, you could still use it in any temperature, whether it's 120 degrees or 0 degrees. Wet, dry, if it's raining out, you 100% use it. It's actually water soluble. So like a spill like this on the table, if I was doing a spill outside, and it's raining, when I do my 1 and 2 and rub it in, it's going to be the same, and then the rain is going to actually make more of it. Let's say it's water soluble, so it makes the rain just adds to it, just kind of keeps making more of it, and it's pounding it into the ground for you. So I always encourage people, if it's going to rain, definitely use it in the rain. The only time I wouldn't use it in the rain if it was like a hurricane or a torrential downpour, because that's obviously going to be too much water and wash it away. But if it's just normal rain, 100% work. I would say that's a better application if it's raining a little bit. Oh, great, great. I appreciate you guys picking it up I appreciate you guys picking it up so quickly too. Like I have companies. I have a company. Oh my God, he's had it for like 10 years, and he had a big spill. It's an oil company, and he called me up, and he didn't do anything. He thought the powder was step one. The step one, just to tell you how low this. And he had it for 10 years. I don't even know. I don't even know where to start the conversation. I have to like stop and go. All right, we don't even know the names of the products. Like we have problems. But I had another one where a guy put the step one on, and he calls me, and I didn't remember him or anything. He just, just small company, and he ordered a couple of gallons. And he calls me up, and he goes, "Hey, Kevin, I remember talking to you last month, and I think I'm doing a great job here. When do I put the step two on?" And I go, "Oh, okay. Well, when did you put the step one on?" He goes, "Ah, a little over a month ago." I'm giving you some of the easy ones to talk about. Some I can't even talk about it. So people lose their mind with the step one, step two. I had another company, big oil company. Yeah, he's got like 300 employees. I was training about 65 guys of his techs, and he's walking around in the front of. I'm like, I have the table all set up, and he's kind of walking back and forth in front of everybody, and I could see he's troubled. So I do the whole thing just like I did for you guys. And he goes, "Is there any way to combine these?" And I go, "No, I would have did that if obviously if I could do that. I'm not going to make it hard for you. Like, no, why would you even say that?" Um, and he goes, and he's shaking his head, and he goes, "Man, my guys can do the one. I don't think they could do the two." And I literally started laughing, like I was like spit. I was like, I'm like, this is a joke. He's totally serious. And he was right. I have so much trouble with this company. They just keep using just the one by itself, or they don't put the two on that day. They come back like the next day and do the two, or so they just. I go, where are you getting that from? Where are you getting your own directions from? First of all, it's on the bottle. It says put the one on, then put the two on, rub them in. That's it. That's my whole game. Put one, two, rub it in. People lose their mind when, and then I've had that happen a lot too, where they go, "Well, when do I put the powder on?" And I go, "Well, you're cleaning an oil stain, right?" And he goes, "Yeah, yeah." And I've already told them, this is for pooling oil, usually new spills. I've already went through it like, to 5 different ways. So wait, oh, and then they get confused too, because the after effect of the one and the two is kind of like a powder. It actually, if you've seen, okay, look, so that people lose it because they think that's the powder. And I don't even know where to go with that now, because I'm like, wait, you did the one and two and you got rid of the stain. You want to know when to use the powder? Yeah, yeah. When I mean, the questions it just gets lower and lower and lower and lower. I told one guy company, I go, I don't think you can do this. I think this is impossible for you to do this. This isn't going to work. And he goes, no, no, we'll do it. And he still has trouble. They still have trouble. I have got a lot of guys who, when they get to step one, step two, they mix it in one vessel, and it's ruined. They do that. I've had people put all three in like in like a drum. Yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal because it hurts me. Is who it hurts, because now they don't have a good experience. They're not going to buy the product again. It's all. I'm the one who gets hurt. That's real. Oh, my wife and I talk like all the time, and she's always trying to think of like doing a jingle, like a song people can like sing. So I haven't come up with anything other. I haven't really come up with anything other than just showing people how to do it. And then people ask me too. They'll say, "Why isn't this in Home Depot and whatnot?" And I go, "How long have we been on this call for?" Yeah, like half hour. I go, "That's why." I go, "How am I going to sell this at Home Depot? Everybody's going to have a bad experience." It's crazy, dude. So the reason I started this whole rant with you is I appreciate you guys picking it up so quickly and really having success with it. I think that one tweak about the step one will be the only problem that you're going to have. I don't even think it was a problem, because what you did is still going to work. You just don't need the step two. So it's just yeah, it's just exactly. It's just a small tweak there. So all right, any other questions? Okay. We'll have a couple of beers all night. I'll have you laughing all night, man. It's 22 years of bad stories. Yes, yes, correct. Oh, cool. I live in Patchogue now, but from Belmore is where I live most of my life, and I know Minneota really well. It's a great town. Yeah. Oh, definitely, man. Hit me up. We'll get some dinner. I'd love to. Love to. Okay, guys. See ya. Enjoy the day.